Yes, today is one of the best day for every Manchester United player out there. We are being linked names to the believers of this world, and I mean, what an evening! What a day this is! Once again, guys. Again, another episode of Benjamin Šeško. Let me pronounce it as a Slovenian. What an evening today! You know, Einstein keeps on tweeting, uh, posting. The same goes to Fabrizio. Ben Jacobs, who I also think has done so well in this transfer window. And bro, oh my, it looks like we are about to land a winner. Although Arsenal fans, you've been coming out talking things, yet you forget you were into this man before your cause. But anyway, let's push it off. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Benjamin Šeško to Man United personal terms agreed, Josh. And it looks like we're about to have a good player on us. From what I understand, United are advancing their pursuit of Leipzig striker Benjamin Šeško, with talks progressing. 22-year-old Slovenian, of course, who emerged as a United top target. And of course, Amarim is looking to bolster his attack. But don't forget, the same player has been on United's radar. He's been scouted for the last 3-4 seasons. So, I mean, he's finally landing home. He has rejected Newcastle. They have a European football. They have more money. They offered him a better contract. I understand they were even willing to add more pounds to Leipzig just to make sure they land the striker. And guess what, guys? Šeško reportedly prefers a move to Old Trafford. He has given United an edge. No club-to-club agreement yet. Leipzig and United are still trying to finalize that. But negotiations are moving positively. And my Josh, I don't know what's up with you, brother, but I'm very much excited, super excited that we are finally landing Benjamin Šeško. Josh, what do you think?
Well. Yeah. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling over here. I mean, on a night that I thought that Šeško would be a Man United player. The Tuesday when I hoped that Šeško would be a Man United player.
Yeah, actually called Wednesday, it last time. You said give it.
Yes,
you said give it how many days? 2, 3, 4 days?
Tuesday. I just said Tuesday.
I mean,
I we are on Tuesday, and here we are. It's a Wednesday, and all is done.
It's accelerated.
All is done.
All is done, and it looks like we have ourselves a player very soon who's going to be joining Manchester United. And yeah, Josh will be back shortly. I mean, the war has been ongoing between Manchester United and Newcastle. And in my mind, I'm trying to understand, how does a team that finished 15th last season, you know, in EPL, scored around how many goals?
44.
48, but not more than 50 goals. 44 goals, you know, with 41 points, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you have no European football. Everyone is writing you off for next season. How does a team like Man United sign 2 of the best forwards in EPL, that is Matthew Cunha and Mbeumo, and on top of that, you managed to get Benjamin Šeško, Josh? But the most important question just that I wanted to pose to you is, how is Manchester United being able to make all these signings when we understand they are broke? That is the truth, at least from what I understand. You know, financially they're not doing so well. How are they able to? How is it possible that they're signing all these players even with PSR around? Because I thought PSR would come into play.
Yeah. PSR is very much on our heels, and the FFP, but Ineos has done some tremendous job with the way they've carried themselves in the transfer window. They've actually done much better than we used to do before. I think before we put ourselves in situations where, I mean, we negotiated with Barcelona, and the Barcelona was willing to sell Frankie de Jong to us, but we never even paid attention to whether the player wanted to ever play for Manchester United. So it became very difficult, and I think it was a wrong way to do business. But right now, the guys Omar Berrada, Jason Wilcox, and Christian Vivel seem to know exactly what to do in the transfer window when they're negotiating these deals. And at the end of the day, they've found ways to make sure that United, even if we are cash strapped, we managed to do the business. I do think that there was an exaggeration on that situation, on the financial situation of Manchester United. I do not believe, like Sir Jim Ratcliffe said, that we would be out of money by December if he had not done the
taken over.
no, if he hadn't done the cuts, the job cuts, and stuff like that to reshuffle things. I mean, United would run out of money.
Had over 200 employees.
Yeah, but I think that was an exaggeration. However, with the reduction, redundant workers and stuff like that, it has helped United in ways to save money. And in the window, even if on our books we had about 120 million for the transfer kitty, you can find that we've done very clever things. For instance, Mbumo and Cunha have cost Man United about 30.7 million. About
37
million pounds. And we have gotten 21 million pounds from sell-on clauses in players like Oyedele, Max Oyedele, players like Elanga, players like Carares, who went to Real Madrid. So we've managed to acquire some money there. So 21 million is in the bank, even if we've not sold any players yet. Then we got the 5 million pounds from the penalty that Chelsea paid for failure to meet the obligation to buy Jadon Sancho, and there is also money in the bank at the club. With all these reductions that were done, we've found a way to do these deals, because even if we have a Mbumo for 65 million pounds guaranteed, we are not paying that kind of money at once. We are paying, we have amortized that amount of money for the period of his contract. So we are going to pay in installments. The same thing with Cunha. So, I mean, when you pay, we only paid 14 million for Brian Mbumo, as in this season.
No, I
this
think it
summer.
was 16.
14.
I think it was 16.
14 point something this summer. Yeah, okay.
So sure.
Give or take.
Yeah.
We paid just about that amount of money for Brian Mbumo services this summer. So it allows us to be in a position to bid for Benjamin Šeško, because we still have the money, and we hope that even Benjamin Šeško's deal, even if we've agreed to 65 million pounds guaranteed, rising to 74 million pounds. I mean, we want to negotiate this deal. That is what is left right now. We are trying to negotiate this deal so we can pay in installments, and I think it will work. We shall pay in installments for this deal, and that leaves us money to go and find ourselves a midfielder and a goalkeeper.
It's quite incredible, because again, at the beginning of the season, shout out to Rob Tuff. Rob Tuff is in the comment section. Shout out to Rob Tuff. Rob Tuff, we're killing.
Yeah, what up, Rob Tuff?
Šeško is in the building. Then up front we have a Ferrari. So we need to make sure we just don't have a Ferrari up front. We need to make sure it's a whole Ferrari from the back. Anyway, back to the point, Josh. As you were trying to say, you remember the beginning, towards the end of the season, last season, and the beginning of the transfer window, it was rumored that United had around close to 100 to 120 million pounds, as the transfer kit. So now I think some people, just what you were explaining, do not understand how we're able to sign. But I think you have to give it up to the likes of Christoph Vivel, Wilcox, or Mabi Ryder, because to have a transfer kit of around 100 to 120 pounds, and you've managed already to sign 3 players, in the likes of Mbumo, in the likes of Matheus Cunha, who you're paying in installments. You get it? And of that amount, as you've said, it's close to around 37.5, give or take, that we've spent. That means United still has balance on that. Now, from what I understand, again, the payment plan is going to be in installments with the Leipzig. Now, if United is going to pay more 20, assuming, I'm just giving an example of whatever amount they agree on, this quarter, this first summer, we give them 20 million pounds. That means we still have more, close to 20 million pounds in the bank. Sorry, 30 to 40 million pounds in the bank right there sleeping. And we can get another player, provided the club, whoever is willing to sell, is ready to take and to agree our payment plan. So I think that's an incredible job from Ineos. It's an incredible job from Omar Berada, Wilcox, and by the way, Vivel, who has been very, very vocal in this transfer. Remember, they have history with Benjamin Šeško, the other side from the Red Bull group. So he's been very, very, very pivotal in this. He's pushed everything. He's been on the phone. He's tried to convince the player. And man, you know what it takes, because Newcastle came in swinging, higher wages, higher transfer money, higher agent money. But it looks like even without European football, the boy had already decided he wants to make history with Manchester United.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a thing that maybe I didn't point out, that the entirety of Marcus Rashford's £325,000 a week salary is being covered by his loan move to Barcelona, and Manchester United received the other 5 million from Chelsea for Jadon Sancho. So I mean, at least we saved about 12 to 15 million in Marcus Rashford's salary. So I mean, that's all. That's like a whole other player. So we are in a position to make these deals happen. And Ineos has done. They've negotiated. They've arranged the payment of these deals in a very favorable way. So, I mean, yeah, kudos, Ineos.
It's crazy, man. They've done an incredible job. But while we're still stuck on Benjamin Šeško, I mean, Rob Tuff is asking, any news, any substance? Yeah, it's true. It's true. United did ask questions about Baleba, but I think there is no way we can get this player. I mean, because Brighton are not willing to sell, but they're ready to get on the table.
Let's first take Benjamin Šeško out of the way.
If United is willing to pay more than 80 million pounds. Fabrizio is there. United have approached Carlos Baleba's camp this week to be informed on the player's situation. Brighton plan to keep Baleba at the club, as the price tag would be too high, and the deal is seen as difficult. Man United plan to get a new midfielder after Šeško. Now, I don't know who we are going to get, but yes, I do agree with
I think we shall get Carlos Baleba. I think we shall get Carlos Baleba. Let me tell you one thing. Just hear me out. Let me tell you one thing.
Okay,
when Man United
go on.
When Man United sneezes, football catches a cold. I mean, if Carlos Baleba is the guy that we want, we're going to get Carlos Baleba, because all we have to do, the model of Ineos right now is actually to convince the player that he wants the project. So if we convince the player that this is the project that he wants, and at this point in his career, he wants to team up with Brandon Mbumo and the Andre Onana at Manchester United, for furtherance of his career, then it's going to be possible for us to do a deal for him. Because if we do offer money that is reasonable for the signature of Carlos Baleba, which I do think is in the region of 65 million pounds, that should be 60 to 60. Carlos Baleba.
Those guys are not playing. They say if it's not close to 100 million pounds.
That is why I'm telling you that amount, because Baleba is at this point, he shouldn't be going for even 60 million pounds. But because they are not playing, I mean, the offer you give is about 60 million pounds or 65. Because when you and when you look around the market in the Premier League, I mean, wooden players have been going for a lot more money. They've been going for 55 million and things like that. So, I mean, and these are players who have had a couple of seasons in the league. But Carlos Baleba has not had too much football in the Premier League, but he's a decent player. And we've known Brighton to be able to do very expensive deals for players they get very cheaply. So it will be expensive. It's a bit difficult, but I know that if Manchester United gets its way and convinces the player about the project that is at Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, I think we can raise the money. We have the money in the bank. I mean, when you look around, we do have the money.
And I know we have the money. Not just, to be honest, we can make signings, but I know realistically we do not have the money. But as you said, as you walked us,
do you know? Let me just add something. Do you know that last season we sold Mason Greenwood and Scott McTominay, who are academy graduates.
Yeah, pure profit. I know.
So yeah, so if we do, we manage to sell a player like Alejandro Garnacho, then
Then we are good to
we
go.
are in. Yeah, we're good to
And
go.
I
So
understand,
even
and I
if
understand talks are already progressing. Personal terms with the team, with sorry, Ganache and Chelsea is not a problem, but I mean negotiations are ongoing, and United are looking at a fee of around 50 million pounds. Look, if that amount, we can get, because that I think that's a lot of money. I'm not saying he's not a talented player,
who
but with that
Garnacho
kind of behavior, yeah, he's a talented
70.
player. 50, if we can get 50
Yeah,
million
50,
pounds,
50 is good.
that's
50 is
okay.
good. 50, as in that's a rip-off. I mean, 50, actually, we have to get
How is it
about
a rip-off, Josh?
55 to
That
60.
guy is good. It's
Right?
because he's acting like a nuisance.
Exactly. And when you're negotiating, that's the reason you actually want to pay 30 million pounds for him.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. It's Sports Jazz. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Rob Tap says Kunya buy was put on last season's books. Jim pumped in something like 200 million pounds through equity to take us from PSR 5 million loss limit to 105 million pounds loss limit estimates.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
by the way, that's because towards the end of the season, the whole Cunha thing started right away. It started,
Yeah.
even when
It
we
was
were
actually during
declining
the
and
season.
declining and declining, Cunha
Yeah.
looks like Cunha had already made his choice. Shout out to you, Rob Duff. Shout out to you, says I've tweeted the stream. Shout out to your brother. Um,
Cheers, cheers, bro.
if United are now approaching the club, they've already got the money for the player. Brighton don't sell cheap. I agree with you, by the way,
Yeah,
Josh. I understand what he's trying to say.
exactly. They don't
You
sell
know,
cheap.
no, Brighton, and they. You remember what I said last time?
Exactly.
Brighton,
This is what I believe. I mean, if Man United is inquiring about a difficult deal for Carlos
like that.
Baleba, they know
Mm.
they can manage to convince Carlos Baleba about the project at Manchester United. And believe you me, the same thing that I would say about Benjamin Sesko when we get there is the thing I would say about Carlos Baleba. I don't think that Carlos Baleba can refuse to, cannot not be attracted to joining Manchester United.
No,
I
there's no
mean,
way.
we are
There's no way.
just a very big global brand that all your your image
Bro,
rights change. There's
exactly.
so much
That's
that
what I was going
changes
to say.
about you.
When you
So
put on that shirt, sorry, when you put on that jersey, everything around you changes. As you said anyway, the world catches us.
yeah, I mean, football
You
catches a
know,
cold. When Manchester United
so
sneezes, football catches a cold from wherever you are. I mean, you have to be you have to pay attention. You have to pay
I do
attention.
understand. When you say
And
that statement is underrated because, bro, if you put on that jersey, things are going to change for you. You're going to be, deals, endorsements, and everything. So I understand if United make a formal approach, I know Baleba won't be an issue. Baleba won't be a problem. Josh, you wanted to say something?
no, 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 no. More good, more good. I mean,
Mm,
it's Benjamin Sesko that this Carlos Baleba has dropped, and it's
mm.
very exciting because we need to have another midfielder in our arsenal. My argument maybe has been lost at certain times when I've talked about Carlos Baleba. I've appeared. Someone seems to suggest that I've appeared not to like Carlos Baleba. That
That is true.
very,
That is
very.
true.
That is, yeah,
That
but
is
that
true.
is not the
No, I'm
case.
with them. No, 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 no,
Yes, but
Josh, I'm
that
with
is
them.
not the
Who says
case.
that? Who says that? Who says that? First order, who
Dre,
says that?
who
Well,
says what?
no, I don't see it on the stream. Is it on the stream?
Who says what? No, 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 no. It's not on the
Ah,
stream.
okay. But it's
But
true. Okay, maybe you don't
Dre
like him.
seems to
I do agree
suggest.
with him.
No, 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 no.
Ever since
Auntie,
that name came
yes, let me
into
correct you. Let me correct you
no,
too.
correct yourself,
Because
Josh.
no,
I
let
wish
me
Dre was
correct
on.
you.
You've
Let me
always said
correct
Dre,
you.
Rob Tough.
Yes,
Who's the
yes.
other guy? Tinsu
Tinsu, they all know, but maybe they
and
got my
Captain
argument.
and
Yes,
Captain.
but here is my argument.
Yeah,
I would love Carlos Baleba to be at Manchester United. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
we need a midfielder. He's a very highly technical player. He's a player actually you need for Amorim's type of football. Okay, guaranteed. Now, my argument has always been when you look at the game that we lost and Ugarte made Ugarte was at
Ugarte was
fault.
just exposed. Yeah,
Okay,
just
he
the
was
whole
at
game.
fault for, let's say he was at fault for the goal. Okay, I've always argued Carlos Baleba is not a CDM. He's not a central defensive midfielder. And my argument is Carlos Baleba cannot partner Bruno Fernandes. He will
Fernandes.
have to learn to play as a CDM. Okay? He will have to learn to play as a CDM in a very complicated two-man midfield. We are going to have a new guy who is learning to play a certain way, and that might cost us a few games going into the season because he was not here for preseason, so he has to learn on the job. I mean, during the game, that is when he has to learn the new things. He has played as a CDM before, but in a three-man midfield, you guys, you just don't understand. In a two-man midfield, it is very different from a three-man midfield. And I've told you, Carlos Baleba's best partner at Man United would be either Casemiro or Manuel Ugarte. There, he will
But,
enjoy his football,
but not
but
Bruno
not Bruno
Fernandes.
Fernandes. Not Bruno Fernandes. He can play. They can play together because they're very intelligent players and stuff like that. But the best attributes of Carlos Baleba will go away with him changing that position.
Well, let's wait and see, Josh.
You
But
see
yes,
you see Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea.
yeah.
Enzo Fernandez is such an enigma in that midfield. But without Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez can't do it very well. Yes,
Well,
he's a good player, but then Caicedo just adds something to his game that. So maybe
once again,
maybe Manu Ugarte plays with Carlos Baleba in midfield. And Bruno,
Ugarte. No. When Ugarte, I know, Josh.
just hear
That
me out.
game,
You
it's
hear
okay.
me out. Maybe
They,
Ugarte plays with Carlos Baleba and Fernandez plays behind Cunha and Mbumo, and Šeško doesn't play.
Josh, I wanted to say
We're
this.
trying to make the midfield solid.
I know.
Yeah, we're trying to make, because when you play Baleba and
You're saying
Fernandez in
Ugarte,
midfield, that
Baleba
is
in the
open.
midfield, then
Yes.
Fernandes in front of them, and the two
Yes,
up front.
and the two up front. Yes, then we can make changes, and Šeško can come on for one of the midfielders.
Kadeli says Carlos Baleba 100. Pay Jim, stop crap. I think it's like pay up right
Ah,
away. There.
come on, Kedali.
Yo, Bagwan, what up, brother? What up?
What up, bro?
Says Šeško is exciting. It's been a joy to see the confidence Newcastle. Yo, they are crying everywhere, by the way.
Okay, let me
Newcastle
tell you
fans are mad on social media. But Josh, I don't understand. I mean, what's happening at Newcastle? I've always asked you this. You cannot
And,
tell me you lose a player like Yao Pedro, yet you went in fast for him. You lose a player like who this other guy that went to Arsenal, Josh? Okay, you lose you lose oh my god,
everyone
They've
from
lost
Dilap,
around Liam Delap, the one that went to Chelsea.
Yeah, from Dilap to I think
Bomo.
every transaction that has been done.
Now Benjamin Šeško, I think whoever is acting as their sporting director needs to be fired right away. Heads needs to roll.
Don't have one.
That is very poor. They've been exposed.
I told you last time.
It's so bad that you cannot sign players, or rather players are ignoring and rejecting you, and you also have one of your best players trying to run away from you.
No, let me tell you. I mean, Newcastle has had problems. When we took Dan Ashworth from Newcastle, they were out. They were without a sporting director for a while, and they brought in Paul Mitchell. Now Paul Mitchell also left. So those are two sporting directors that have left, and the CEO at Newcastle is sick. I think he's ill or something like that. And these transactions have been done by the way Man United used to do transactions back in the day, with the likes of Richard Arnold and Matt Judge, and the owners have been all over this transaction of Benjamin Šeško. It's not been a sporting director or a CEO. So, I mean, they're bound to suffer in ways. But for me, I think the writing was always on the wall. As soon as we got word that Manchester United had made a bid for Benjamin Šeško, I believed that he was always going to choose us. I mean, Fabrizio Romano and Austin had clearly indicated that we would only make a bid if the player chooses us. So for
That
me,
is true, by the way.
when I saw the bid, I just knew that the player has chosen us.
United is ready to go.
Yeah, but you
Robert
see,
says, yeah. No,
uh,
finish up before we
you
come to
see,
Robert.
I mean, having finished 15th last term in the Premier League and Newcastle qualifying for the Champions League, the fans referred to us as a basket case. Those Newcastle fans, they referred to us as a basket case club, which clearly is egg on their face right
I think
now
they even did
because
today. They did today. So
yeah, because I mean,
it's
Newcastle
crazy.
continues to be used as a zebra crossing for top talent on their way to the biggest club in world football. I mean,
I,
Benjamin Sesko is at United now.
Josh, is that pun intended? Referring to that zebra. Listen, referring to them as a zebra crossing thing because they are wearing that zebra shit. That just come on, man. I think that pun was intended. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not.
yeah, 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 yeah. But you see, such is the case. Now, let me tell you something. When a player is Benjamin Sesko is 22 years old, yeah, and he
Mm.
could not have chosen a better career path than joining Manchester United. I mean, if you're successful at a club like Manchester United, you will forever attain legendary status in the world of football. Whereas if you're successful at Newcastle, you're only known as a hero north of the where. I mean,
Newcastle fans, that is
it's
not
just
rubbed up. Shout out to
Adieri.
you, rubbed up.
As in this shit, this shit
Where
is
is
just
Adieri,
like
by
this,
the way? Where
man.
is Adieri?
Yeah, Adieri is
Rubbed up.
suffering tonight, man.
Robtav says, I think Baleba coming will see Casemiro go. Casemiro needs to go play in the bro. You're so right. If he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, let him go to Flamingo. Is it Botafogo? I don't know. Is it? But I'm not sure. But all those teams, Palmeiras, all those teams are waiting on him. I think that side in South America. Look, I think Casemiro. Truth is, uh, I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to offload Casemiro. Casemiro needs to go to create space in terms of wages. It will be a great uh, signing for me, I think, for Manchester United, but with Casemiro leaving, because if he's staying, it's a huge problem. We still have a problem on our hands. Guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sports Jazz, Benjamin Sesko to Man United is very soon, very close. And here we go, is about to happen. It could even happen tonight or tomorrow morning. Let's wait and see. But personal terms and everything have been agreed. It's just the two teams trying to negotiate, the transfer fee. But yes, Josh, Robtaf was saying, no, Robtaf is done. Hello, guys. If anyone tells me again that we are broke and have to
Yeah,
sell before signing, I'll never believe it. I
that
think
was an
by the way,
exaggeration.
they've stunned everyone. Sonny, what up, Sonny? What up, Sonny? Sonny says Baleba Donnarumma treble. I do not believe in Donnarumma. I don't know why. I just feel like he's also overhyped. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my god.
But he's a good Josh. What I've said, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But I feel of course, he's way better than Andre Onana. He's way
even
better
than your Dibu, your Emi Martinez.
No, Emi Martinez is. I agree. He's better.
You
Emi
love
Martinez.
your Emi Martinez, but
Leave that old guy. Leave that old guy.
I know. I don't want a pensioner at the club. I don't want a guy who has lost his hunger. That is the other thing with also Donnarumma. He's a young guy, but he has achieved a lot in his career at a tender age. So I don't want a guy. I don't want a guy who's hungry.
Maybe
yes, it does need. It does need a new challenge, and I think a PSG also wants to let him go because of the steep wages that he's on.
Well, about
and
Josh, back to
also
Baleba.
the style of play.
Back to Baleba. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, realistically, securing his signature could be challenging. From what I understand, because first things, Brighton are reluctant to sell Josh.
Yes.
And with a player under contract until 2028, Josh, that also even has an option to extend, bro.
Yes.
Those seagull dudes or the seagulls,
yes,
they are not messing around, and they are going to quote Man United close to 100 million pounds.
Bro, let me tell you some. Manchester United, the one you're speaking about, okay? It is one of the most successful and iconic clubs in football history. You get, with a rich legacy of trophies and legendary players. So I mean, when you tell Carlos Baleba, when you pitch Carlos Baleba the project at the club, and where you think his addition to the project will make the project develop much quicker. I mean, just him knowing that he will play for a club with such a storied past, okay, it can be a very powerful draw for him wanting to play for Manchester United, because it offers him a chance to be part of something bigger than himself. I mean, he will start to imagine things that he had never imagined he would achieve in football, and he's going to do them at Manchester United Football Club. I mean, winning a Ballon d'Or at Brighton might never have existed in his mind, but the opportunity to play for Manchester United starts to make him dream
Well,
that maybe he can
well,
achieve
Scott
things as big
McTominay
as
is
that.
one of the.
So,
Well, Scott McTominay was also nominated for the Ballon d'Or. So
oh yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know why. Anyway, I told you many years ago, that's not a thing that I believe in.
Anyway, Sonny says 100 mil spread over 5 years is a done deal. Our kids deal will buy them. You guys really want?
Yeah,
Look,
yeah, yeah.
you know what?
Sony, what up? What up? No, that's the spirit. He knows how we cook, man. I mean, we can just say 100 million, no worries, we got you, but we're giving you 20, okay? Then over the five
Look,
years, we shall give you 20, bro.
Fabrizio
And
just
Carlos Baleba
again,
is a Man United player, but I just don't want him to come for that kind of money,
Josh, Fabrizio
because
just a few minutes. Yeah,
he will put pressure.
because
He
what?
will put pressure on. He will put pressure on Ruben Amorim to be played, and Carlos Baleba has to. I mean, Ruben Amorim playing two men in midfield, and
Mm,
there's only one position left because Bruno Fernandes is a starter. You understand? So there's only
mm.
one for four players: Casemiro, Ugarte, Maino, and Carlos Baleba. There's only one position for them, but it's only Casemiro and Ugarte who can ably partner a player like Bruno Fernandes. I mean, Maino and
Josh,
Baleba, they will struggle to do
I
that.
wanted to put on Bruno Fernandes again. Yeah, he was just emphasizing, cadres of our guy, United Forever.
Because Manchester
That
United
is
in
Bruno
the recent
Fernandes.
hours have approached the camp of Carlos Baleba, the top midfielder from Brighton, to tell them that they have a serious interest in the player. Now, this deal is very difficult. All people involved in the story see this deal as very difficult because Baleba is a top player for Brighton. Baleba is a crucial player for them. Brighton don't want to lose the player. Brighton wants Baleba to stay and to be a crucial part of Fabian Hutzler's squad for the upcoming season. And also to sign a player from Brighton with almost 20, 23, 24 days to go till the end of the window is not something easy. The price will be very high, so very complicated deal. But my job is to tell you what's going on, what's happening, and not what's going to happen because I can predict the future. And so now what's happening is that Manchester United approached the camp of Carlos Baleba and told them about this interest. More on this. Brighton don't want to lose the player, so it's going to be very tough, very difficult. More than difficult, probably. At the same time, from player side, they didn't receive no. So Baleba didn't say, no, I don't come to Man United because you don't have European football, because of this, because of that. No. Carlos Baleba didn't close the doors to Manchester United. They are aware, from those close to Carlos Baleba, that Brighton don't want to lose the player. So it's going to be very difficult. Again, very, very difficult. But Baleba didn't close the doors to Manchester United, from what I understand tonight. So
once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. That is Fabrizio trying to make sure. That is Fabrizio trying to make a point, to confirm that it's not going to be an easy deal. Brighton are not willing to sell. They are reluctant, and they are not desperate. And
The boy
United,
is
you're
coming
desperate.
home.
United,
Yeah,
United
no,
is
we're not
desperate. But
desperate. We're not desperate for midfielder. We want a midfielder, but we're not that desperate at this point.
Robtov says Newcastle have that money, but it's like walking into a shop and trying to pay by check for Coca-Cola. Sonny says small caster is now a scouting agent for us. Oh, by the way, that is news. That is news. I'll check it out. Then Robtov says credit to Scott. He's done amazing. He's been wonderful for Napoli. He's one of those undroppable players. I hope he has a great
Yeah, yeah,
season
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
of
He's
him.
been, but for me, I don't think that he's been amazing. I mean, amazing,
No, Josh,
amazing. I don't understand. He's been good, but that's called
how
McTominay.
often do you
In a
watch
bad,
Italian football? By
I
the time
do
they
every,
name you
I
player of
do
that
every.
term of that
No, he
tournament,
scored
Josh,
12 goals. He scored 12 goals, 12
you can
from
12,
midfield, 12,
bro.
bro.
That's amazing. That's great.
That's not amazing. He used to score 7 in a bad Man United side.
No, that's great, Josh.
Yeah,
That's
he
great.
used no, he used to score 7. Actually, I think the last season that he left, he must have managed 11 goals. And he wasn't
Please.
even playing. He didn't have minutes. He wasn't getting minutes and stuff like that. Though, I mean, what you can take out from his time at Napoli, the goals that he has scored are goals that have changed the tide for Napoli. He's had equalizers. He's had
Mm.
winners. He scored in injury time. I mean, he's a darling. He's a darling, and he has actually done very good things on the pitch. But for me,
Let's wait and see how
amazing,
things turn out.
amazing. No, he was good. He was good, but I think the league lacked
He did
a
well,
player
man.
who was. Yeah, he did well. I mean, I'm not downplaying him, but I don't want it to be drawn out of proportion. That is Ballon d'Or level because he scored 12 goals in the Serie A. No,
The league is not where Josh, man. You can hit. The league is not where it was when we used to play Juve in the Champions League. By the
exactly.
way,
Now,
that is
Rob,
correct.
you're
That is true.
talking. Yeah, no,
Juve, AC
that's the
Milan,
point. I mean, so you
the
don't.
likes of back then when Pone Nedved was playing for Juve, all those
Exactly.
players.
Yes.
By the way,
Pavonyetved
the
and stuff like that.
Tottis,
Even
yeah,
actually 2 seasons ago, the Italian league was a bit high. I mean, just when Antonio Conte won, not Antonio Conte, Inter Milan, when Inter Milan won
mm.
the trophy, AC Milan was buzzing, Napoli was buzzing, but it's not the same. You can't tell me that a
I
player
think
who scored 12 goals from
I also
midfield is
think
the
Josh,
star of the
you
occasion.
you remember the other scandal that had Juventus demoted
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
back then. I think that affected
Yes, yes.
Serie A in general. It affected
It
Serie
did.
A.
It did affect Serie A,
Yeah,
but they can't be claiming that right now. I mean, it's like what over 20 years ago.
I know, but they have to fight. Yo, there's a time when the Champions League was all about Italian teams, the likes of Inter Milan, the likes of AC Milan,
Yeah,
Juventus, those three teams.
because
You remember?
the whatever the players from South America at that time normally were very talented as compared to the players in Europe, and they always went to Italy. Yeah,
Baleba is
he's under
no, no, no. I'm
20K,
just
bro.
saying. What? Yeah, that's the he's on. That's what I was saying.
We
That's
can't
what we were
offer
talking
him
about.
150
Yo,
when he's
that's what
on
we were talking
12.
about Ganacho last time. Ganacho is below.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's 50. Yo, 50. We can keep him if no one is there to buy him.
No, 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 no. We don't keep Garnacho.
No, Josh, we can. I'm saying if there are no
We
suitors, you rather keep him.
They will be
50,000 a
suitors.
week.
No, no, no. Yeah,
If there are
but why? Why
suitors, then
would
they have
we?
to
Why
come in
would?
swinging.
But why would you have garbage when you don't need it? Take it
It's
out.
not garbage,
Take the
Josh. It's
trash
just
out.
because that he
Just
acts
take the
silly and
trash
stupid,
out.
but it's not
Take the
trash.
trash out. You see, if you need to buy new furniture, you let go of the old furniture. Even if you really, really liked that chair, just take it
Mm.
out so you can have space to get new furniture. No,
Once again,
Garnacho
guys,
needs to
please do
leave.
subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. Shout out to Rob Tuff and Son in the comment section. Baleba is on 12K wages. If we offered him 150 right now, he will be on strike and asking Brighton to accept their gentleman's agreement. The gentleman's agreement, I understand, is around 50, 55 million pounds. I'm not so sure, but it doesn't exceed 60. So I don't know. Maybe if he can do that. But anyway, as someone said earlier in the comment section, but right now, by the time United goes in for a player, that means they can afford him. Regardless of the
Yeah,
price, that means they can
yeah.
afford him. So it's up
That's what
to
Rob
the
Tuff
club
is
to say
saying.
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be difficult because Brighton doesn't want to sell, but it's not going to be difficult because we don't have the money to do the deal. I mean, did you ever think that we would pay 65 million pounds for? Oh, yeah, but we called Benjamin Sesko's money. we did say we would pay around 65 million, but
By the way,
it's
that's a
just that
very great deal, Josh.
yeah, it's a
It's a
great deal.
good
It's a
deal.
great deal.
It's an incredible deal, you
Very
know.
great deal. Very, and
And
that is
incredible.
just
I
about the
actually
money.
think it's a steal. I just hope when it comes to Man United, when it comes to the Premier League, he starts off scoring. He hits the ground running because, bro, again, I have to remind everyone, in 2 weeks from now, we are playing the, we are going to be playing our babies. But in the recent,
Yo, the
I would say
babies
two,
have
three
grown up.
seasons, the
The
babies
babies
have
have
grown
grown
up.
up. They all look
They've
like sumo
disciplined it.
wrestlers.
They've disciplined us. They have fire. They have look at their Josh attacking force. They
No,
have
the
Gyökeres,
attacking
they
force
have
is shit.
Madueke,
The attacking force is shit.
they have Gyökeres, they have Madueke, listen, and they have Saka. In the midfield, they are seriously, they are strapped in the
Yo,
midfield.
those are
They have
jokes, bro.
Josh in the midfield. Come on, you know their midfield. You have Rice, you have Odegaard, and you
they have
have
Madueke, they have Martinelli, and Gyökeres.
Josh. What's their midfield right now? They have Zubimendi,
Uh,
Rice,
Odegaard,
and
Zubimendi, and
Odegaard
Rice.
and
Yeah,
Rice. Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah. It's
solid. The
good.
back line,
No, it's good.
without a question.
Auntie, that's what I'm telling you. I mean, they're best players at the back, and they're the ones who look like some wrestlers. I mean, he just went out and bought bodybuilders and told them, I mean, this is the Premier League. I want you
Josh,
to build as much muscle as you can
man, you're
because
too
we've
salty.
been
You
babies.
guy.
We've been babies for so long, and I don't want us to be babies anymore. But for me, I think we win that game because Teta doesn't really know or doesn't really want to play with a target man like Victor Gyökeres, so he will struggle a bit. I've been watching the Villarreal game. At least I watched one half, and yeah, you can see that maybe the players don't know yet that there's a striker. Merino continues to play as if he is the striker, floating in and around that part of the pitch. Yeah, he left the game 1-2. I don't know how it
Yeah, no,
ended,
they
but
lost. They lost. They lost 3-2 in favor of Villarreal. They lost.
yeah. But
Well,
I
you
mean,
have them on the 17th. Don't worry.
the way
You
they were
have
playing,
say whatever you want to say, but you're playing them on the 17th of this very month.
yeah, it's so good. It's so good, man. We can't wait to beat them
Yeah,
because
Rob Duff is
with Brandon
saying,
Umo and Kuna and Ahmad Diallo, and we just need to get rid of Onana, man. And it's going to be in goal for the first game. That's the problem.
do you know what song Onana is singing to his haters every time? You guys, every time he watches you guys trying to say whatever you're saying. You know that 50 featuring the game. Hey, to love it down the down.
Hey, love it under the exam top, and I ain't
That's
gonna stop until
yeah. That's what Onana is vibing. Yo, that season under Eric, he saved us
No,
a
for
lot at
me,
the sub. Yeah,
I think
McTominay
he
did.
should. I think he should be singing the one of Joshua Baraka.
Which one?
Oh Nana, baby.
I just stop crying. I don't know who has beaten you. Stop crying. Not now. We have guys that are tuning in. They might run off the stream. Stop crying.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah, oh yeah.
Italians like Page back in the day, according to Gary Neville. He's talking about
Like
that era of
heads, PEDs,
yeah, I think he's talking about the like the PEDs. Isn't he talking about the
PEDs.
Neds?
No, PEDs. I don't know exactly what he meant, but
Rob Duff, what do you mean by PEDs? Brighton can have Sancho Malasia as part of the. Thank you. By the way,
yes,
Brighton.
and Anthony,
Seriously.
and Anthony, and
Uh,
another
uh,
60 million.
Josh, that would be beautiful.
No, they can have three. They can have
That would
three.
be
Buy one,
beautiful.
get
I saw
three.
news somewhere that Anthony is ready to fight for his position if Real Betis doesn't come in for. Where is he going to play? You never know anyway. You never say never. Sajim
No,
has a
never,
money printing machine.
never.
You never say.
I saw Jim as a money printing machine. Yo, he's really
Sonny,
slapped guys.
Sonny says Garnacho will choose between his career and a World Cup spot for Chelsea's demand. We will keep him and pay his wages, even if we do a GoFundMe. We will accept what they received from Madueke. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. You have the
yeah.
Maduekes, the Elangas going for 55, and you want
No,
us to give
they should.
Garnacho for less than
Yeah,
that?
they
No.
No, but
No.
they don't have. I don't think they'll have a problem paying 60 million for him.
Well, the good thing is still under contract till is it 2028, and there's also a year to an option to extend. He's still a kid, so at least rather all the advantages are on our side. Brighton. We want Baleba, bro. We want Baleba, Nyambayo. Brighton, as
I
in
know.
Brighton. It's a double.
Yeah, man,
Hello,
Brighton,
brother. I'm so
please.
happy for Šeško.
Nyambayo.
We try to send Baleba. This is perfect. Hopefully we do. But it's going to be a tricky one.
But a
Ruptaf says,
keeper, man.
I got to go. Have a great show and keep up the great work. Shout out to you, brother, man. We love you so
Shout outs,
much.
brother. Shout outs,
Respect
brother,
you.
man.
And have a great evening, brother. Sally
Yo.
says Arsenal lost to Yokore 0 shot on target. That's a very good one to highlight. I don't know whether we have an Arsenal fan streaming.
Isaac, it's a good one to highlight. Oh, yo, Tinsu, what up,
Tinsu, where have
bro?
you been? Tinsu, your man, you've been asking for Baleba.
Šeško, and now Baleba is here.
Tinsu has been crying and mentioning it. Baleba. You remember last time we said,
I know.
Tinsu, Baleba. But guess what? Who knows? Maybe something cool. But anyway, again, Robtaf said it.
It's happening.
If United goes in for a player, that means they are able to to sign him. We don't know how are they going to do that. Well, the same way they've managed to sign Mbomo, Cunha, and now they're on the verge of signing Benjamin Šeško. That name.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Tinsu, brother. Sonny says we have to sell Anthony and Sancho for fees because of PSR. Well, the good thing is we might sell Garnacho. If Chelsea pays,
if we get 60 for Garnacho,
plus,
he can cover.
That is he will cover because it's pure profit. It's an academy product. He will cover everything. We won't have to worry about that. Tinsu says Donnarumma is the other player Man United have to sign. But just if we can sign a keeper,
I don't think we can sign Donnarumma.
I don't see us sign. No, I just
because
don't see us
Donnarumma is on high wages. No, we shall sign a keeper.
I just don't see us signing a keeper, Josh.
No, the Royal Antwerp guy is on our book. Yeah,
well,
he's waiting.
Roma Easy might be the next one, the next signing, even before the midfielder.
Exactly.
I mean, signing a keeper.
Exactly, because for him it is a plug and play. I mean, he's not going to waste time. He doesn't need connections.
And Royal Antwerp are not going
Royal Antwerp is weird. Yeah, they're going to accept the deal the way it comes. So, I mean, I think that is a deal worth doing if we can let Altai Bayinda go. We even get the player before we let Bayinda go. Bayinda will go back to Turkey.
Yeah, by the way, I didn't see this coming, for Liverpool. Let me put it up shortly. You remember when I told you, South America when it comes to money. No, when it comes to money. Breaking Darwin Núñez to Al Hilal here. We go verbal agreement has been completed between all parties. I'm saying I didn't see it coming. 53 million pounds plus 53 million euros plus add-ons to Liverpool as revealed today. 3-year deal for Núñez. Núñez said yes, and Inzaghi only wanted him. And this is Liverpool. A lot of his own. I don't know how much he's going to be earning.
Liverpool is so lucky. I mean, Richard Hughes has done a very good job at Liverpool. I understand the deal for Luis Diaz
so well. Yeah,
the deal for Luis Diaz. He bullied Bayern Munich into signing Luis Diaz for 75 million pounds and 75 million euros, and then added a sell-on clause. A sell-on clause, bro.
Incredible.
I mean, that is just out of this world. And then now he has gotten money for Darwin Núñez. 53 million euros for Darwin Núñez.
I know.
Bro, I even don't know why you say you didn't see it coming. I mean, Liverpool refused to play Darwin Núñez to make 50 games, 50 starts.
Oh, by the way, I remember because they had to pay a certain amount of money.
Exactly. So they're like, dude, we're not doing that. As in, you're leaving. So why would we do that? For me,
but
that was a telltale sign that he was leaving the club.
But anyway, that is very good for him. I mean, by the Liverpool is going to be balancing books. No wonder they're able to sign because they've had Darwin Núñez. They sold Darwin Núñez. They sold Luis Diaz. Who knows? They might go back in for who? Alexander for the Swedish striker. They might go in.
Yeah.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Ekitike. How do you call it? No, there's the other. No, no,
A
no. There's the
TikTok.
other name that you what?
Chitoke.
H-Talk.
H-Toke.
He's an
H-Toke, a
incredible player.
TikTok.
By
I
the way,
see
he's more
guys calling
expensive
me
than
TikTok.
Sesko. You know what I don't
Yeah.
understand? People coming to, Man United posts or tweets or Instagram, whatever it is, the social media handles, and or posts and ranting on how we're spending a lot of money. But
When
Liverpool
United
has
sneezes,
spent a ton of money.
when
A
United
ticket is
sneezes,
79 million pounds.
as in, why would someone be interested in what Liverpool is doing? You
We
get
shall give
even
them
Liverpool.
Anthony Sancho, Malacia to get Carlos Baleba. It doesn't matter to give all these players because they are rubbish. You're using Josh's words, Tinsu. Arsenal defeated Villarreal 3-2 there for Man United. Defeat them 3-0 in the first game. Sesko to score 2 goals. There you go, man. You call it. You're calling it already.
I don't
You're
think
calling
Šeško
it
will be
already.
starting.
No, I also don't think. Well, he can come off the bench. Anthony came off the bench on his debut against. Was it against Arsenal? And you know that colleague, he flaps around, plays around. How do they call him? One trick pony.
He
That's what
started
Scholes called
even.
him.
He didn't come off the bench. He
He
started.
started, and
Yeah,
there you go. The goal
scored
was
very
in.
early.
Lamens is not a
Yeah, we
finished
don't
product.
need a finished product. You see, that's
Lamine is not
around
a finished product. Donnarumma is 26 and is earning 10.8M annually. That's around 200. There is no way
220.
Ineos is going to.
Ineos is
I-
not paying that kind of money.
no,
And when he's signing for Man United, you know why PSG wants to let him go? Because when they
because of
renew
the high
his
wages.
contract, yeah, when they renew his contract, he's not going to be on 200. He's going to
Yeah, there's
be
a
to
clause.
demand that he's paid 300 and stuff like that. So when
That
he
is
comes
correct.
to Man United, he's going to be negotiating for about a 300.
Yo, sorry, Sonny, Ineos is not. Do you know one of the reasons as why United hasn't come to an
They actually
agreement
want
with
to let on.
renewing Kobe Minor's contract? It's because initially Kobe Minor and his representatives asked close to 200,000 pounds. Now,
180.
and yeah, close to that, just close to 200. Now, do not forget, who is this kid, Josh? Ahmad Diallo. I think
Yeah,
he's on 120, something like
yeah.
that, and he's playing. He's played more games. He's featured in more games as compared to
Imagine
Kobe Mino.
Garnacho, they wanted to do for Kobe Mino what they did for Garnacho. Okay, I mean, Garnacho
Mm.
was on his below 20K. Okay, coming from the academy. Now, when he started and played a full season with the senior team, so they improved his contract. That's why they gave him that 50K or something like that. The one he's on right now. So they were just improving Kobe Mino's deal by him in not earning 20K and earning a little more. Okay.
Because his contract, I think, is also still 20 what,
Yeah, it's
2028?
20K. Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
2028.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
they
we
could
even
just
have a
wait.
further year.
There's an yet. I mean, because if you have
You
Amad
know,
Diallo, who played more games, who scored more, I'm not saying they play the same position, but who featured more. In other words, it's more important to the team. I'm just saying, if we are to pick than Kobe Mino,
yeah.
and he has renewed his
For
contract
me, I
and he's
think
earning
Chelsea should come for
120K.
Kobe Mino too.
There's no way they're going to pay that amount of money.
Chelsea should come for Kobe Mino too. We stay with Carlos Baleba.
Oh, by the way, if
Yeah,
they are
we get
willing to
Carlos
pay
Baleba, we let Kobe Mino go. They give us
120 million pounds for
70
both
million
Garnacho
pounds.
and
No,
Garnacho and
70
Kobe
million
Mino,
pounds. Yes, 70 million pounds for
both of
Kobe
them.
and
Yeah, and 50 for
Garnacho
55,
50. Yeah.
125 million pounds,
Yeah,
and we are
that's
good
good.
to
That's
go.
good.
Pure,
Todd
absolute
Bowley.
profit.
Todd Bowley should be hearing this speech.
Since it says the freedom fighter should play for Portsmouth, I agree.
Yeah.
Sesko, lovely player because he chose Man United. Man, it made me feel so happy that he had
I
to
know.
choose a team that finished so poorly last season, 15th. On top of that, was beaten in the finals, Spurs, to lose out on the European, football. And you compare Newcastle, they have the money, they were offering more wages, a bit more pounds to the more million pounds to a few more million pounds to Leipzig, the agent as well, a better commission, in terms of salary and everything. They have European football next season, but still he said no. Now that is the Aurora, and it makes sense when they said United was waiting to bid because Josh, as you said, they were waiting for approval, and they said they would only bid if the player shows that he's interested in joining Man United. And well,
Exactly.
We are
And
balling.
the same thing, Carlos Baleba, we're coming. I mean, I know that we
I
shall
think we are going
pitch
to
the
just wait
project.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you just wait
Let
for
him just
Carlos
sound
Baleba.
ready.
He's
Let him just
coming.
sound ready. You know, there's a gentleman's
All we
agreement.
want you to do is to
It's
agree that
I want to come to
you
Manchester United.
choose Manchester United. We
And
shall
it's
make it happen.
Kaba,
Please, Carlos,
Singo, you know,
Amen, Singo.
it's game. Oh
Yeah,
man. Let United bring in Sir Carlos. Ah man, they're already knighting him.
that's Dre. Dre knighted Carlos Baleba like
I thought it's Sony. This
3
is
weeks ago.
Dre.
Dre
By the
knighted
Dre's
Baleba like 3
Dre's
weeks
been
ago.
crying and
He has
crying
been
and crying
crying
and
for
crying.
Baleba.
He's already
Baleba.
knighted him.
Yeah,
He says
he's
a
already knighted
world-class
him.
Ballon d'Or contender. We are in for Baleba. I'm so
Okay, that is
excited.
now some such Jim Ratcliffe exaggeration of United is broke.
We are Man United, bro. We can negotiate for 200. If he refuses, we will walk away fast. We will ask him and his agent that only if you be very good, Sonny. I like the fact that you understand that.
we shall
You know?
only bid. By the way, man, I think that's a new pickup line for girls.
Yeah.
I mean, you shall, I shall only date you if you accept.
Yeah, it's a good one. Tinsu say there is a
Yeah,
talk between
you have to
United and
choose
Brighton to get
United.
Carlos Baleba. Yeah, correct Tinsu, but I still on early edges. Still, let's wait and see. Early edges, sorry. Let's wait and see how things turn around. Kobe is getting overhyped like Sancho. We are selling Bruno next season, and Kobe is replacing
No,
him in that number
no,
10 role.
no. Kobe's
Kobe is
shit.
not even half. I'm telling you. Look, I
I
like Kobe,
know. He's not
but
half
I
the
think
player.
he's getting that hype because of you just said it like Sancho, English players.
Yeah. By the way,
You know,
I'm so happy in this summer window. I mean, Jim
we
Ratcliffe has
haven't
not
bought.
gone with those English players. I
No,
was so scared at whatever the guy will be interested in Gerard Brantwaite
we
and
dodged
what
a
and that
bullet in
rubbish
not
like that at
signing
Dilap
Liam
and
Delap.
what. Yeah, I
We
just don't
dodged
like
that bullet, by the way.
because the English media has a way to bring down the English players. I mean, they
Yeah, I
just
know.
bring them down, or they give them so much importance that the guy plays 3 games, scores 2 goals, and they start talking about him like, he's a level higher than United. The manager is not playing him the way he should be playing. You know, he doesn't like to run like this. He likes to run like that. That rubbish.
Let's wait and see, man. Let's wait and see. Well, I have Marco Alcaraz on X saying Benjamin Šeško to Manchester United is at its final stages, deal on the verge of being completed, with both Man United and Leipzig close to reaching a full agreement on total fee, structure, and add-ons. Oh my, oh my, oh my! The things I love to read, the things I love to see, the
I
things.
know.
This is music to my ears. You know. I mean, let's wrap this up. Get on to another player. I mean, Baleba is waiting. We don't want to keep Baleba waiting for too long. And if it's a
Baleba,
wrap and we get on,
just say you want to come to United, we shall come for you. Don't worry, boy. Just make it
he
clear
just has
that
to say
I
the way
choose United.
Mbomo said it. He waited for 45 days. We wait for him.
He waited. And
Šeško,
bro, man,
Newcastle went there flashing money. They told
you
him,
got 2
relax.
players. You have 2 players at the club already, in Andre Onana and in Andre Onana and Brani Mbumo.
Ahmad is a fantastic African player. So Man United should pay 180 million pounds. He's an African Messi star boy. That is our star boy. Well, he earned 100. He renewed his contract. He's earning 120. That's why I do not understand Kobe Maino initially when they wanted close to.
You see, those are the things I'm
200,000.
telling you about English players. Now, some representative of Kobe Mainu must have fooled the boy and told him, you know, this is your chance. Oh, the guy knows that the guy doesn't have any football in him. And he's like, you know what, we gotta catch these guys now.
I think he has, but
before
no,
they find you out.
He's overhyped. He's overhyped. Sell Ugarte, Mount Dallo, and bring Sir MBE Sir Carlos Baleba. You know, by the way, there's another guy that when there's another guy. Just wait, let me finish. Dre, you see, you've mentioned Ugarte, Mason Mount, and Dallo. Josh is feeling impressed now that you've added Dallo. He was not going to say much. He's a Dallo guy. and
Yeah,
Ugarte guy. Now you're adding
and a
Dallo.
Mount guy, and a Mount guy.
So I don't know, but yeah, me, I agree with you. If we can ship them
Dre
off.
doesn't care. Dre doesn't care for the balance of the team. I mean, you can't have a
Yeah, that
Messi. You can't have Messi playing 11 positions on the pitch,
I know.
even if it's Messi. So you
Ratcliffe
need
is
to have those players.
Ratcliffe is a
I mean,
typical business tycoon. Sorry, Josh. Yep.
John O'Shea spent a couple of years at United with, along with Darren Fletcher and Jisung Park and Anderson, and they did a tremendous job for us. I mean, you cannot even say the things they did for the club at the time. So you cannot say that you only want. How are you going to play? Just anyway, let's
No,
move
I
on.
think he's just trying to say he wants Baleba at Carrington. That's all he cares
I
about.
Yeah, but I also want Baleba at Carrington, as in
But at what cost?
no, no, I actually want him at the club. Whatever Amorim does after that, that's up to him. But Carlos Baleba will be a Man United player. First of all, I want to secure the talent. Okay. Then after securing the talent, I can start to complain that no, don't play him with Fernandez. But when he's at the club, okay, because he'll get it right eventually. He'll
Once again,
partner,
guys,
and
please
the
do
guy can
subscribe,
learn. He can learn and play with Fernandez. He can
subscribe,
learn and
subscribe, subscribe. Sonny says Ratcliffe is a typical business tycoon. He behaves very poorly, but lives in a 5-star hotel. Kobe is playing out of position because of Bruno. If you play him in the right place, he plays well.
what is his right place? He doesn't know his right place, and neither do his skills bring out his right place. Because even when you saw him playing at the Euro, I mean, you really don't know if he can
Shout out
play
to you,
as a
Sinan. Shout out
midfielder.
to you, Sinan.
He doesn't have the pace to play. He can play in the La Liga as or Italian league as a midfielder, but in the Premier League, too
Well,
fast for him.
by the way, when you say Italian league,
Too fast.
you have McTominay. I want to remind everyone that he was
No, but
nominated
McTominay is a
for the
top
Ballon
guy.
d'Or.
What do you mean he was nominated? He's among the nominees. Do you know how many the nominees are? 100. Yeah, he could be 99th.
It doesn't matter, man. He's there.
It does, bro. It does. I mean, those
What I'm trying to say,
that
if Kobe
excuse
Mino
of an
goes to Serie A, there's a
yeah,
high chance he might also
yeah.
be. Anyway,
That excuse of
look,
of an award one time failed to mention Zlatan to list Zlatan Ibrahimovic among the 100 players in the world. Zlatan. I mean, and Zlatan was at the peak of his powers. I think he was at Inter Milan at the time.
glory,
Bro.
glory, Man United. Shout out to you, Tinsu. Shout out to you, Tinsu. Sonny says Kobe and his agents were mistaken. Omar Berada and Wilcox for the older guys. I know they thought this is Matt Jude, this is Ed
Yeah.
Woodward and that, but that is not going to happen. Sinan says, but Mount fits in Amarim's system. Well, it looks like he fits
Yeah,
into
he
his
does. He
system.
does.
He does,
And
especially
you
if
know,
he's playing as a 10.
you gotta notice that every time a footballer comes to I mean, every time a manager plays has Mason Mount on his team, he wants to play him. He admires his work ethic and stuff like that. Every manager, and they speak highly of the guy. So for me, when you said that Mount should go, Mount should leave, I was telling you, why would Mount leave when we have barely seen him play for the club? The guy has been injured the whole year. I mean, he has played two or three games. I think he had 7 games. And when you have a 7 games start stop, it is not enough for us to gauge whether you stay at the club or you go. Right now, when you say that the club should get rid of Manu Ugarte, I don't understand, because Manu Ugarte just came last season. He has just adapted to the team, and now you're giving him a second season to see
And
what he can do
with
for the
Manuel
club.
Ugarte, you make all the
So
excuses. You guys.
no, I mean, I'm telling you, it is very, very difficult, even for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is a world-class player. He's a top pro. I mean, he's had uh, whatever a longer time out with injuries and stuff like that. So I mean, you don't know how well he's going to do. But then you can't say that you sell Luke Shaw, because you don't who can buy a player who has been injured for that long. Maybe Luke Shaw can play this
Josh,
season and actually is the player that you
since you're
want.
saying, Josh, would you mind singing the Man United song right now? Your favorite.
Which one? I should just bring my kids and we sing it.
There's only one, the Red Army song. There's only one
Oh
song,
no,
not
no,
any other
there's a
song.
glory,
It's
glory, man
glory, glory, man
united.
unite.
Glory, glory,
Exactly.
man united. Glory, glory, man united. And that's
And the Reds go marching. No, no, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I thought we were going to do the other one of
Oh
we
my
are
God.
home.
The-
We are home. We come on.
I
Tinsel,
don't have that
remind me
one.
of the other one. No, there's a cool one. There's a cool one. I don't know. My kids keep singing it the whole time. Of something.
Uh,
Take me home.
Sinan,
Take me
please.
home. Take me home. Take me home.
I prefer the other
To
one.
Old Trafford. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
that is
GGMU,
too.
GGMU.
That is too chilled. Sinan says, Sinan, back to you, man. Sinan, we are brothers, but
Sinan, you're
chill,
joking, bro.
chill, man, chill, chill. Take him
Wait,
in your
by the way,
backyard. We don't let him
that guy
kick the
should have
trees
just
and
accepted
everything
to go
around
to
there.
Leipzig.
Yeah, he should have accepted to go to Leipzig. United wanted him to be part of the deal, and he said no. And he claimed how he wanted to start Man United and fight for his
And do
place.
what?
What
To
does he
fight
mean?
for what?
I know with Šeško coming, he has to leave because there is no any other option. The World Cup is next year. He needs game time, so obviously he will leave on
And
on
we
a
are
loan
playing
deal.
one game a season.
Let me wait for both of you at our greatest footballing institution group. That is Dre. The agent Dre, by the way, again, he needs to be arrested. But anyway,
Agent
let's.
Dre is not going to sleep tonight.
I know. And if and if this
Carlos
Baleba
Baleba.
thing doesn't go and keeps on
Oh,
accelerating, it's going to kill us.
oh,
Sonny says 65 plus 100k will get us
yeah,
Baleba.
yes,
Kobe right now is behind the striker, bro. Yeah, he's
no,
he's
not for
trying.
Man United.
No, I think
I
what
mean,
she's trying. Sorry, what he's trying to say is
that would be the
Amorim is
best
trying to
position
play
for
him
him.
because
That
Amorim also said it last time,
I think that is not the best position for him. We went
playing more
out in the
advanced,
market. We
an
went
advanced
out
role.
in the market and bought Matias Cunha and Brandon Mbomo. And we have Mason Mount, Joshua Zaxi, and Bruno Fernandes. So, Kobe Maino, get your shit in order. Learn to play as a midfielder
And
because you're
don't
going to
ask for
be a
high wages
central
because
midfielder.
you want to renew a contract.
You dig?
You know,
How do we give
Tinsu,
you 200k when we are not even sure about the things you can do?
you're even injury prone. You've barely played a season. You know, Tinsu says we will hear. Here we go about Šeško tomorrow. Hopefully, brother. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Dre
10, 10,
says
10, 10.
we are lucky United didn't sign Gyökeres. Oh, he would have looked like a League Two player today.
I know it.
McTominay is the best player in Serie A. That is true. He won that. Well,
Yeah.
last season, according to Serie A, United should keep Mount, but Ugarte Dallo should leave. Since me, I'm
No,
with you, even
Delo
if
is
it's
not
costly.
leaving. Ugarte is not
Josh,
leaving. Delo is not
enough
leaving.
of Mount, Dallo, and Ugarte. Everyone is protesting, and I'm with them.
No,
Mount's work rate is very impressive. He's injury prone. His injury prone is the only issue. Then
yeah.
Tinsu says if we get Baleba, we'll finish number one in the Premier. You guys,
Yes,
you
we
guys,
win the whole goddamn thing.
you're hyping
We
me
gotta
up.
win the whole goddamn thing. This.
But no, but Josh, assuming let's pick, let's try to
Hypothetically.
we get Šeško, okay, or Šeško. Then
Yeah,
you have
no, we got in
Cunha.
Šeško.
You have Cunha
Unless-
and Mbomo as your as your wing forward. Sorry. Then you have in the midfield Baleba, and at the back you also get a keeper. Where do you see United finishing?
we
Realistically,
win the whole goddamn thing.
uh,
We win the whole goddamn thing. All we have
No.
to do is have a keeper. For me,
Mhm.
Baleba is not the right choice, but another midfielder. Even if it is Baleba, Amorim will find a way to play him.
he says it again. If we get Baleba, we will finish number one. Guys, that is
We
too much.
win the whole goddamn thing.
Mount is a versatile
player.
for
Oh,
Amorim
and I
system.
don't
He
know.
can play
I
10, left wing, and false 9.
And actually, there's a thing that he adds to the team. when he's playing. The few minutes that he came on, if you notice, he's a guy who tucks in midfield and at least gives us some beef in midfield, so we don't look too loose.
Well, news coming in right now from Paul. I don't know who Paul Hayward is. Let me check. Contributing editor, sports at Observer, co-host, blah blah blah. He says Brighton CEO Paul Barber says Man United have not yet been in contact or in touch with them about Carlos Baleba. That's what he says. Anyway, guys, once again, please do subscribe,
Who
guys.
is
Turn
that
on the
guy who is?
notifications.
Is it the guy himself,
I
or
don't
that's
know.
a tweet of some guy who wants to be relevant?
It could be some guy who wants to be relevant. Let me just cut you off because I know the pack of worms you're going to open. I just have to. No violence.
Fabrizio Romano has said,
Fabrizio Romano.
and David Austin has said, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Sinan says United is now training like
Fabrizio
training.
Romano and
By the way, have you seen the new? Have you seen the new stadium? Have you seen the new stadium?
The training pitch?
The training pitch, sorry,
stadium?
training. Oh, it's amazing. Training pitch.
Yeah, the training facility. Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's cool.
Sinan says injury prone
you know,
players are getting light training.
this guy has also started his shit of we don't have money to build the stadium, so we're going to have delays. As in,
bro, I don't want them to construct a stadium.
The guy gives us with one hand
and died. I need to be there. I need to enjoy. Not 20, 15 years, bro. Come on. Tell us 4 years. Not get,
no, I think it will be 5 years because they had said 3 years. Okay. But in and around the place we're going to construct the stadium, I mean, it's people's homes. It's there's stuff going on, and United and Ineos with their Mukonogamu tendencies, they are valuing people's property. I say I'm valuing your property at 50,000 pounds. I mean, who tells you for you to value my property? Get the right valuation. And besides, me myself, I want 5 million pounds.
The dress says, let United go to Aston Villa, get Diego Carlos.
No.
For Alon, sign Mr. By the way, guys, I do not understand why are we not only Man United? Why are there a few teams going for that Aston Villa player just that I like? No, the English player. The only English player that I think knows football. Morgan. Is it Morgan?
Oh, no. Morgan Rogers.
What an it's Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers just signed on. He just signed last season for Aston Villa. And I think there were inquiries earlier in the window about him by Manchester
Newcastle.
United.
Really? He's incredible. Adia has shown up. Thank you, Josh and Isaac, to sing. You are lovely. And Legend says,
yeah.
Shout outs to you.
Shout outs, bro.
I prefer Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
Oh, no.
Rather,
Sheikh Jassim. No, Jassim didn't have money. No. That guy was just
Isaac
so
and Josh, how are you? Sacrifice Benjamin Šeško should sign for you. Adieri. Let me Bojo Charlie. Kick.
Bojo.
I'm out. You Adieri. You already have impact. Relax, bro. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for everyone that has been in the comment section. Sinan, shout out to you, brother. Adieri, Agent Dre, then Sonia, Tinsu. We had Rob Tuff earlier on. Everyone that was in the comment section, man. It's been a pleasure having you guys on the stream. See you very soon. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, it's a here we go very soon for Šeško about Baleba, where the CEO just said that. And also, by the way, shout out to you, Hadali and Bagwan. About Baleba, the CEO of Bournemouth just said it. Well, we are not in contact.
Brighton. We shall be. For us, we don't make contact until Baleba has said he wants to come. Then we make contact. So let him tulia. Let him come down. He waits. We shall make contact at the right time.
Let Brighton start crying early. That's what Sony says. Please do subscribe, guys. Turn on the notifications. We are signing out. Oh, hold up, Sony. David Austin and Fabrice they've already reported. They've treated the same thing. And if Austin has said that, You know, at least Fabrizio, you know, with Fabrizio, I trust him by the I think he's top. I don't understand why some people are trying to harp on him, you know. Look, the
Yeah,
difference between Fabrizio
because
and
he's the guy. There's
the
hate. He's
difference
the
between
guy.
Fabrizio and the guys like David Ornstein or Jacobs is see, you cannot be the best student if you're performing in only one one subject and you fail in the others. Now, Ornstein, the likes of Ben Jacobs are very good when it comes to anything that is related within England, you know, EPL. But with Fabrizio, he's going to get you stuff that is related in EPL, in La Liga, Serie A, League One, the other side in Portugal, the other side in, you know, he's everywhere. So I think that's
He's
how we beat
number
them
one.
all.
He's number one. Fabrizio
Ismail,
Romano.
Ismail, what up, what up, what up, Ismail? Shout out to Ismail. Says, he's really,
Oh my
boy,
God.
he's coming, brother,
Yeah,
brother.
Sheshko is coming. It's coming.
Assalamu alaikum. He's coming. He's coming. You know, like it or not, he's coming, brother. He's coming. If we get Baleba, Donnarumma in one central midfield, defender, we will cook up
No,
the top six.
we don't
I
need
know,
a
Josh.
defender. We need a keeper.
Maybe
A
you never
keeper,
know. Josh.
Baleba, a keeper. I don't need another central defender.
Agent Dress says, and I'm remember, I already said Baleba is agent. Agent Dre.
Ejendre, you gave us Gyökeres, man.
Agent Dre. Fabrice has confirmed Arsenal in contact with Josh since Gyökeres failed. That is,
yeah. I'm alive, boy.
guys, please do subscribe. Subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, that was a lovely stream. We are officially signing out. Šeško, here we go very soon. Baleba still in the works. Too early to call it. I don't know. Let's wait and see how things turn up. I think with Baleba, you have to give it more 72 hours. If it cools down in the next 72 hours, because I know in the next 24 hours, here we go for.
No, you see,
Šeško's
we're
coming
going to
through.
play against Fiorentina, but we're going to find ways to speak with Carlos Baleba. And after we speak with Carlos Baleba, the CEO will come back and tell you we have made contact. But
Sports just everyone.
why
Sports
would we
just
make
everyone.
contact with him? We don't
Please
need
do
him now.
subscribe. Josh and Isaac, we love you all. Good days are coming back, as Amorim
Good
said.
days are coming
Glory,
back.
glory, 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 Man United. You know how we do it, baby. See you tomorrow, guys.
Glory, Man United.
Sports Jazz.
Glory, Man United.
Yo, who has beaten you? Why are you crying?
The Reds go marching on.
Sports Jazz, guys. We are officially signing out.